we go then.
Hello guys, welcome back to Cassette Confessions for another bonus video. Now, in this video we're talking about a show that I've not actually covered on the channel yet, actually. No, I'm Path Nostalgia anyway, really. And we're sort of going back to what I guess in Path Nostalgia, talk about shows that my sister used to watch, really. Because we talked about Dog the Donkey and Stanhope Ponies, really. We talked about another one which I think I forgot actually did actually exist and she did watch, was Chatterhappy Ponies. And this is the further adventures of the Chatterhappy Ponies from 1998, this is, so quite interesting. A little bit of backstory about, well, why is this show anyway? It was a show that aired on CITV in 1996 to around 1999, so it's a 90s TV show, it's a live action show. It's one of those shows they have like live action animals with the animated mouths, really. And just go on, you have like misadventures and stuff like that around the stables and stuff, really. That's what the show's all about. And you focus on stuff like people like Sparky, Strop, Daisy, them sort of ones, really. Sort of characters, like different types of horses, really. And it just basically, again, the misadventures, really. It's a show, it's like a basic show, really, in a way. Been on there for you know, a few years on CITV at the time, and then just went away, really. So yeah, there's nothing. That's the base of the show, really. So this video itself, I think my sister got from a farm shop many years ago, a long time, because she was into horses. So everything horse-related media she can buy, really. All the donkeys, Stanhope Ponies is another one. Even that Cindy Fairy Princess, the one with Rick Mill and John Nettles in. You know that one. Ugh. That's a ghastly thing that is. I'm not going to talk about that on this. Nope. No. It was on DVD, so it's not on video, actually. But this is this show. So yeah, she got it from a farm shop, obviously, and she probably watched it. I remember seeing briefly bits of it, but I've never really fully seen it as much at all. It wasn't until maybe a couple of years earlier, I think, before doing this, I found it actually. It was actually underneath an old coffee table, just, you know, on a bunch of old work, paperwork, really. It feels, you know, just files and stuff, really, just buried underneath there. I think it's been the living room gathering just for many years, really. So, hey ho, there we go. And it's probably worth talking about because it's never been talked about on, you know, YouTube as much. Yeah, there's been VHS uploads and random episodes of broadcast TV of children's ITV back in the 90s, but no one's actually really talked about it. But there we go. This is my little brief summary of it, really. It's gonna be like a small video, really. So she got from there, and I always thought it was like this cheaply made production, really. Because you look at farm shots and everything else, there's always cheaply made stuff you can sell for like $3.99 or something like that. Like this, what can I think of that's all relevant? Tractor Fred, like a green tractor or something else. Or maybe it's something like Tractor Tom in some regards, I don't know. Cheaply, horribly animated stuff, you know, and, you know, just to sell for kids, really. Just like, you know, just pound shop stuff, really. You know, I always follow this, really. It wasn't until looking into it, I felt like, oh, it's a CITV show that was broadcast. It's produced by Link, who had some involvement with stuff like Teddy Bears and the Forgotten Toys as well, and it's released by Contender as well. Although it says Bonks on it, which I had a look at it, and it's a subsidiary for Contender. Okay, so it's like, you know, there's more, you know, there's Contender. There's probably some more subsidiaries of distributions as well. Who knows? Just a thing. So the stories themselves, really. There's one about the stables go on fire, about a couple of naughty boys, something like that, I don't know. Horrid, they call themselves Horrid Darren, Horrid, I feel like, oh god, it's like Horrid Henry all over again, it is. Something like that. Set fire to stables, maybe by accident, I don't know, or just being carelessness, who knows. One to do with decorators, I think it's to do with thieves, really. There's one to do with a famous film star, there's a stroppy camel in one who just doesn't like where he lives, say it's, you know, he prefers luxury than whatever, really, that sort of thing. And, yeah, that's really, like I say, there's about 7 episodes, but I can remember roughly 4 in this one, so there we go. Check it out for yourself. It's on YouTube anyway. Cole Claffers just put it on maybe a couple of years back, actually, so it's definitely still, you can watch the video for yourself, really. One thing I can take away from it is, you know, how some of the stuff is very. I mean, some stuff's filmed all right, but some stuff in terms of the special effects are rubbish. I can tell you that. I mean, it's 90s TV show. I could probably look by it. I do look at it feeling like, yeah, it's a bit ropey. It is. You know, in terms of stuff like the horses in green screen, and because some of the stuff looks like it's filmed on a green, you know, on like a green screen backdrop with some horse in front and the mouths animated. Some and in live action shots, it's just a voiceover really. But in terms of the close-up shots, it's definitely done somewhere in a barn somewhere with green screen on the back, and the mouths are moving. It's just like one of those things. Ugh. You know, I would, if I had to, because I did include this on a ranking video, obviously. I might do a redo at some point in the future, maybe. You know, I'd be interested to see where I put this. Probably lower down, I think, very quite lower down amongst stuff, really. You know, but I'll be interested. It'll be interesting. Like I do a redo version of that because some more stuff's been entering, coming in actually. I thought, like, you know what, I might as well try and do a redo of it. Of course, there might be a few more shows on home media, but maybe not on VHS, maybe on DVD as well included. So yeah, that'll be interesting. So the further adventures of Chatterhappy Ponies. It is. It's one of those shows I so quite forgot. It's forgotten about. Some people remember it, of course, back in the day. But you know, I can see why. You know, there's more bear stuff out there. You know, in terms of CITV, which is now long gone, really. You know, you've got stuff like Zap. You know, Sooty Heroes in Gym. You've also, you know, and Heart Attack and everything else. You've got monolith shows, big shows at that time, and maybe some of the game shows like Jungle Run and everything else. You know, big stuff, amazing stuff, and that, you know, and you have like these sort of shows that run for about 3 years or something. So get going under the tidal wave really, of glorious stuff, as it happens. So it's sort of better for going. It's been released on DVD as well, so you can probably check it out. It's on YouTube, as we access all these stuff now. So there we go. That's the time now. The clock is calling. So that's the further adventure of Chatterhappy Ponies from 1998. Thank you for watching. See you for the next video. See you guys.